Hi, good morning. Welcome to Medifast Mondays. My name is Donna. I'm an independent Optavia coach. We're going to do a little breakfast donuts. These are kind of one of my favorite things. I don't do it often though because I do add some extra protein into them. So you know, it's something that I'll usually like have on the weekends or something because it's like having breakfast. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the recipe, and like I said, I really like this. And if you have any questions, my information is down below there. If you're not sure on how to count the extra protein and stuff in against your lean and green, then get in contact with your coach. Your coach can certainly help you out with that. If you don't have a coach and you need one, give me a holla and I'm happy to help you. So anyway, what I'm making today are the breakfast donuts. I'm going to use the sour cream and chive mashed potatoes. You can use the Optavia ones too. It's either way, it's fine. But I just like the Medifast ones. So it's one package of that. I am going to use a ½ ounce of chicken breakfast sausage. What I do is I just get, I don't know if you can see this or not, this is Cernio's chicken breakfast sausage. It's actually pretty low fat. It's a serving size is 2½ ounces. We're going to use a ½ ounce in this recipe. So it's 1/5 of a serving is what you're having. So in a full serving, it's 80 calories, 2½ grams of fat, and 13 grams of protein. So divide that by 5 and you figure it out. It's not called Math Mondays, it's Medifast Mondays. So you all can figure it out. So anyway, I'm going to put a ½ ounce of that. And again, I just cook up the whole thing, stick it in a lock and lock, keep it in my freezer, and then I just pull out what I need when I need it. And, you know, then I don't have to worry about cooking it each time and going through it. So I'm going to weigh out ½ ounce of that. Okay, so it's really not that much. This is 1/3 cup measure, so it's just, you know, it's a very, very small amount. And then I'm also going to use a ½ ounce of Oaxacan cheese. I get this at Winco. It's 80 calories for a 1/4 cup. So I'm using, and again, it's grams. It's not Math Monday. You all can figure it out. 5 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, but we're only using ½ ounce, so we're not even using the full serving size. So I'm going to measure that out. I've also used mozzarella cheese or the 2% Mexican blend. It just depends, but I like the Oaxacan because it's kind of stringy like mozzarella. So anyway, I've got those measured out, and then I forgot my egg beater, so I'll be right back. And then we're also going to use egg substitute. So it's going to be a 1/4 cup of egg substitute and a 1/4 cup of water. Again, if you need help figuring out how to count this against your lean and green, talk to your coach or give me a holler if you need a coach. I'm good with that. Okay, and then a 1/4 cup of water. Okay, and then I'll put in my sausages, and the cheese. Okay, and then this is going to thicken up a little bit as it sits. My little whip's in the dishwasher, so I'll try not to make this noisy. Of course, I'm making a mess. I always make a mess. Even if I were to use a giant bowl, I'd get shit everywhere. What do you do? Okay, so this, beep, beep, beep. This is the consistency it is right now, but as I said, I'm going to let it sit for a couple minutes just to thicken up, because if you've had the mashed potatoes, you know that they thicken up after they sit for a while. But and again, this is really good. I love this. Sometimes I'll even have this for lunch, and I'll throw in, like, you know, have it with a couple of slices of cucumbers and a couple of cherry tomatoes, just, you know, to keep it exciting, because, you know, again, this shit's got to be exciting. Otherwise it gets boring, and then when you're bored, you stray. So, I've got the baby cakes maker heated up, so it's ready to go. I just need to wait for this to thicken up for a minute. And this is the bagel seasoning, the everything, well, Trader Joe's calls it everything but the bagel seasoning, but I make this myself. That way I can control what's in it and the salt, because you really want to watch your sodium content. So anyway, we'll do this another day. I'll do a recipe for this and my taco seasoning, because I do a no-carb taco seasoning, which is really good, and because it's a little bit stronger than the packaged stuff, you don't need to use quite as much. So anyway, yeah, those are thickening up pretty good. They're my baby cakes is crackling. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it doesn't explode before we're done. Okay. So, butter spray. Even though it's non-stick, I'm going to spray it anyway because I don't like them torn up. So, you know what? Let me put a paper towel under there for the overspray. Okay, little spray. And I'm using, this is the bigger spoon, like a tablespoon. So really with the baby cakes, you just need to fill it up. You'll know. You don't want to overflow it. Typically I get 8 of these in a serving, sometimes only 7. I don't know what happened that one time, I only got 7, but yeah, what do you do? Okay. Oh, these are uber yummy too. Oh my god, these are so good. A little shake, just a little tiny bit on each one. There we go. Close them up. And that's going to cook for a couple minutes. Usually I do these a little bit longer because I like them kind of crunchy, but you know, if you think that you don't like them that crunchy, it's up to you how done you get them. But they're really good. You won't be disappointed with this recipe. And if I don't know. I can't say you won't be because you might not like it, but everyone has their own taste, right? So, let's see. I am going to turn this off for a second while these are cooking because I have to go run and check my laundry. I'm doing laundry today. I just have my termite inspection and just, you know, I'm taking care of business today. So, anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, it's a few minutes later. These guys are about done. There. Looks like they all lumped together. So anyway, this is how they turn out. They're just like little, ooh. Sorry. Doesn't take much to amuse an idiot. Oh, hello. So anyway, this is how they turn out, and they're really good. Ouch, ouch. Ah, shit. So I'm going to put the second batch in, and a little squirt. Get these going. Ooh, I hope I have enough for 8. I think I do. Ooh, I do. You always get down to that last little bit and wonder if you're going to have enough. And I did. Yay! Okay. So there's that. A little shaky shake of stuff. And these smell so good because it's got minced garlic and onion in it, and then there's poppy seeds, sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, and some sea salt. Like I said, we'll do this recipe soon. I know that, and I'll do the taco seasoning recipe too because I'm about out of that. So pretty soon I'm gonna have to do that anyway. So I'll do both of them at the same time. So anyway, this I've not had a fueling yet, so it's time for me to have one. So this is what I'm going to have now. What I like to dip these in, oh, it's awesome, is the Walden Farms Honey Dijon mustard dressing. If you're not familiar with the Walden Farms products, familiarize yourself with them because these are really good, and I'm not endorsing anything, I'm just telling you what I'm using. There's no calories, no carbs, there's no gluten, so they're there's nothing in them, but they have a good flavor, and I think it's an acquired taste, so the more you use them, the better you'll like them. But I will use a tablespoon of this to dip my little thingies in, my little donuts in, and this is like a half a condiment. So because you get 2 tablespoons of this is 1 condiment. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of this to dip. Or you can use whatever if you like regular mustard. They're really good with mustard. I happen to be a huge fan of mustard, so that's what I would dip it in. Either this or regular mustard. Not much of a ketchup person. So anyway, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but see how they kind of puff up? They get puffy. So I'm going to let this cook for a couple more minutes. And then I will possibly do something else today. I'm not sure. It depends on how much time I have. But this recipe, I hope you enjoy it, because I know I do. And again, make sure you count the extra protein against your lean and green. Because just because you add something to a Medifast meal doesn't mean you don't have to count it. So again, if you have any questions, any comments, shoot me an email, and I will see you guys next time. Go kick the day's ass. Thanks. Bye.